Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a new video. My name is Nneka, just in case you're new here. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the things I've learned so far concerning my travel nursing journey. Truth be told, I haven't been on this journey for so long. I'm basically making this video because some of you have asked questions, and also before I became a travel nurse, I was doing my own research and I found out that most of the information I was getting were mainly centered around US-based travel nurses. And to be honest, there's a slight difference between US travel nursing and the Canadian travel nursing, especially with transportation, stipends, and all of that, right? So there's a kind of a void that needs to be filled. Hence why I am here giving you guys information about my own experience, just so that when you need such information, you know where to come to. Okay, just in case you don't know what travel nursing is or who a travel nurse is, travel nurses are just basically nurses that fill up shortages. Basically, if the hospital or a facility doesn't have enough staff, they are going to need travel nurses to help fill that gap. A travel nurse goes on a travel nursing assignment. A travel nursing assignment can range from between 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, and ongoing. Different agencies have different contracts and have different policies to their contracts. Okay, so you decide the kind of contracts you want to go for. So yeah, that's just basically what travel nursing is. I am an international educated nurse from Ukraine. I got into Canada in the year 2018 and I came directly from Ukraine to Canada. And just in case you're not aware, international students or foreigners were not legally allowed to work in Ukraine, so I didn't have any sort of work experience after I got my bachelor's in nursing. And so with that, I had to do the transfer of my license. So it took me roughly about 2 years to get my nursing license here in Canada. After I got my license as a nurse, I was able to get a bit of experience in the forensics mental health unit. February of this year, I decided to transition into travel nursing and I decided to start with local travel nursing. So currently I am a local travel nurse, which just means that I live in the same city where I work at. And I decided to go this route because I did not want a huge transition into my travel nursing journey. I wanted to be able to go off on assignment, come back and be in my space and just unwind in my space, kind of test the waters to see if this was something I really wanted to do. I have about 6 months of experience in travel nursing right now. My journey has been okay. I've been enjoying it so far. I mean, some days are good, some days are really bad. Yeah, in terms of the amount of work that I might be needed to do at the facility I work in, right? So yeah, that's just like a brief summary of my nursing journey here in Canada. Without further ado, let's get into my number 1 point. The first thing on my list is financial literacy. As a travel nurse, it can either be a sole proprietor or be a corporation. Currently, I am a corporation, so I own a business. So I don't earn money right now as Nneka Izanya. My business earns that money and I am an employee of my business. The first thing I learned concerning this is whatever money I get from my travel assignment, it is not taxed. Though you're not being taxed as an independent contractor, at the end of the tax season, you're going to pay your taxes. So what I have learned to do is to set aside 20 to 30% of my earnings, just so that when that time comes, I would have enough money to pay back to the government. And this leads to my second point. There's something known as tax write-off. So as a corporation, there are certain things that are considered business expenses, okay? There are certain receipts I have to keep, like maybe if I go to a restaurant and I'm going to have like a business meeting with a friend or with a co-worker or something, that is known as a business expense, okay? Or if I was to travel for a business trip, the amount of money I spend on my ticket or my accommodation is known as a business expense. So there are certain things I can write off as a business at the end of my tax season, okay? There are certain receipts that you have to keep because the CRA can actually go back 6 years from today to audit you concerning your taxes and your expenses, okay? And the third thing I've learned concerning financial literacy as a travel nurse is paying myself a salary because I am an employee of my business, if that makes any sense. So that's what I've learned so far concerning financial literacy and being a corporation or a business as a travel nurse. The next point on my list is negotiating your pay as a travel nurse. Just because you and a fellow nurse have the same scope of practice, are working on the same unit, doesn't mean that that both of you are going to be paid the same amount of money. You might be earning more than her, or she might be earning more than you. Okay, negotiate your pay with whatever agency you are going to work with. And if the pay doesn't work for you, you don't have to take the contract. I'll give you guys an example, personal experience. Okay, when I was looking for my first nursing contract, the agency I initially wanted to work with wanted someone to come to my city to fill up a nursing assignment that was for 3 months. Okay, on the contract that the agency displayed and posted, if you travel, they're going to take off your accommodation and your transportation. Okay, and they're going to be paying you, let me just say, $60 an hour for the assignments. When I saw the contract, I decided to apply. I knew that they were not going to be paying for transportation because I was already in this city and I stay in my own space. I reached out to them. I said, okay, I'm already here. I have an accommodation. You don't have to pay for flight ticket and everything. I would like you to add $10 extra to my assignment every hour. She agreed. She actually agreed. If you don't ask, how would you get it? The highest they can say is no, that's their flat rate, and that's fine. No matter what, just always try to negotiate your pay. The third thing on my list is concerning experience and the fact that you just have to have certain experience before you can become a travel nurse. You don't have to be super experienced, to be honest, in the nursing field, right? Because you learn every day. Till today, there are still some syringes I will see, I'm like, what is this? That I even have to call my other co-workers, ask them, have you seen this kind of syringe before? Because things are always changing. Most times we'll just even go on YouTube and Google the name and we'll see how to use the syringe because there are new things coming up every single time. So you will constantly learn, right? But I feel like as a travel nurse here, the facility or the hospital already have in their mind that you already know what you're doing. You're coming to fill up a nursing shortage, right? So they're not going to be orientating you as a new graduate. No, they wouldn't do that. You can literally have like 2 days of orientation or 2 shifts of orientation and you're on your own. I did not have so much experience, to be honest, yeah, and I feel like I would have gotten a bit more experience like before starting my travel nursing assignment, but at the same time I have learned so much. I have grown so much in my nursing confidence, in my expertise. I feel like that experience is so important. It will help with how you communicate with your patient, with their family, because nursing is not just about giving medication. It's not just about pumping blood into someone's system. And also remember that you have a license to protect. Always work in accordance to your scope of practice. Educate yourself and ask questions. And that's why I said that experience is so important. If maybe you don't want to gain experience before getting into travel nursing as a new graduate, maybe start with something a bit more less I wouldn't really use the word hectic, but a bit more less critical. Start with things that you can learn from and move from there. Don't just throw yourself into the pool. If not, you just get eaten up. Okay, this leads to my next point, which is know your strengths and weaknesses when it comes to nursing. I'm talking about in terms of the kind of nursing you can easily transition into, the kind of nursing you enjoy. Okay, if not that you're someone who likes to talk to people through their issues or through their episodes, mental health nursing can be for you. If you're someone that you know that hands-on is your thing, you like to work in fast-paced environment, then maybe emerge is for you or med surg is for you. Okay, if you know that you're someone who thrives more having just 1 or 2 patients and focus on them, then you know that ICU is for you, because ICU is usually 1 or 2 patients to a nurse, right? It's not like LTC that you have like almost 30 clients to yourself. Okay, know your strengths and your weaknesses, and I feel like if you do this, it'll be easy for you to just transition into nursing, and it might be less stressful. Bedside nursing is already hectic on its own. Okay, so try to just find ways to make it less hectic for you. The final thing about travel nursing I have learned so far is concerning co-workers and how toxic healthcare environment can be. Before I got into travel nursing, I kind of already knew the direction I wanted to take in terms of my work-life balance, and I try my very best to be so patient-centered. I don't care about you. I'm not here for you. I'm here for my patient. I already made up my mind. Come to work, do my work, do it well, try my very best, and I leave. I don't make friends at work. I don't have a work friend. If you're someone who actually enjoys being really close friend with your co-workers, then fine, but just be really smart about it, because you know, human beings will always remain human beings. Okay, from my own experience here, during my orientation, my preceptors were heaven sent. I was like, God, my case is different. You really blessed me as your child. You were like willing to teach me everything and tell me everything, and I was really open and willing to learn. But After that, it became chaotic. It can get really hard working with co-workers that are not cooperative, because you know, when you have a more cooperative environment, things are just easy. At some point, like, I was just praying to God, like, God, please let my co-workers, let them start to, you know, ease up with me a bit, because things are getting tense over there. I feel striking that balance has really helped me a lot. So yeah, I have rambled enough. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Just in case you're a travel nurse and you're into travel nursing, it doesn't matter where you are, in the UK, in the US, in Canada, let me know, what are the things that you wish you knew about travel nursing since you started, since your journey and all of that. Just in case you have questions, I'm going to be doing a Q&A very soon. So I'm going to be leaving an anonymous link in the description box where you can click on it and ask me any question anonymously, and I'll answer it in my next Q&A. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also turn on the post notification so that you can get notified every single time I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.